All right, we're back. We continue right here with the Sports Call. Bob Pompeani, Gene Collier, 412-575-2600. And Gene, Comedy for a Cause, another one of Gene Collier on the road at Carson Street this coming Saturday. Tell us about it. And those of you who like comedy, come on out and help with Gene and what he's trying to support.
Yeah, really honored to be headlining this show. It's for the Myasthenia Gravis Association of Western Pennsylvania. 8 o'clock at the Soco Club. You can get tickets at slapsticksproductions.com or at the MGA website. It's going to be a great night, Saturday at 8. Hope to see you there. Thanks for letting me plug it, Bob.
Absolutely. And if you haven't seen Gene, it's funny stuff in concert helping a good cause in myasthenia gravis. All right, we got a lot of calls. It looks like most of them want to talk Steeler draft, so let's get right to them. And we'll start, though, with Bill in Nemacolin who wants to talk Pirates. Hey, Bill, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
What's up, my man?
Oh, not a whole lot. I'm concerned about the Pirates once they get 3/4 of the way through the season and guys get tired and they need a break. And we don't have anybody on the bench to really replace them. And, the players are pulling muscles and all of that. And I don't know, they're just playing fatigue. It's a long season, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they have a bunch of guys. This will be 11 out now if Birdie goes on an injured list. But that's part of it. A lot of, as Gene just described, pitchers are falling by the wayside here. It seems everyone has injuries, which makes me wonder why pitchers even get long-term contracts anymore. But, here's the deal. They have all these guys out. They're 12-8. It's a pretty good start. If they get Polanco back, which they did tonight, Dickerson, Marte, and Chisenhall, Gene, all of a sudden, 4 of your outfielders, your top 4 weren't even around, so that would help.
No, I know. I think as far as the health of the Pirates goes, it really should be improving. They're getting people back. Diaz is back tonight. Polanco's back tonight. Chisenhall will be back soon. So I expect that situation to improve for the Pirates.
Yeah. By the way, the play by Diaz I thought was just a terrible play. I know it's his first game back start, but still. All he has to do is touch home plate. He was backpedaling, and even if you think you're not there, tag the guy. It's a force play, but a tag gets the same result. And I don't know why he didn't even try to tag him.
Well, this is not something you're going to figure out, Bob, because he cannot figure out. As a defensive catcher, Elias Diaz is a good hitter.
All right, line 3 we go. It's Tony in the Hill District. Tony, what's up with you tonight?
Tony?
Hey, Bob. Hi, Jane. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Good.
Thanks.
I want to say this. I think Mike Tomlin and the Steeler organization in this draft, I think they should pick up positions that they need is inside linebackers and some tight ends. Don't you guys think that they need them positions?
Yeah, they need a lot of positions. They brought in 6 running backs in the interview process, Gene. Tight end is a big one, even though Vance McDonald, but he's been injury prone. I think you need depth there. You need somebody to help. But I think with me, it's always going to start defense. You got to address those positions, inside linebacker, cornerback, even with signings that they've made.
Yeah, I think the more and more sophisticated the draft becomes and the more measurables there are in all of these individual players, it becomes more prudent to draft for need than it might have been years ago when the Steelers often stuck to the philosophy of the best player available. Their argument there was that if you don't take the best player available, you'll never have enough good players to have it be any different. But, the politics of that have changed over the years, and, everyone knows what the Steelers need, and, Tony's right. They need an inside linebacker. They need a cornerback. They need a wideout. They need a tight end. This is a pretty deep draft, so I think you'll see some surprises there. I do.
Bethel Park is our next destination. We have Mike on the line. Hey, Mike, welcome to the Sports Call.
Yeah, hey, Bob and Gene, how you doing?
Hey, Mike.
Good.
Hey, just curious, with the demands on these current athletes in baseball, they're throwing so hard, they're swinging so hard, trying to hit the ball a mile, this and that. Can you see baseball possibly expanding its roster regular season? I think, 24, 25, maybe take it up to 30? Carry some extra players so that they can prevent these injuries that Gene, you were talking about.
Well, to jump from 25 to 30 is a bit much, but I do think there could be room for another position, and maybe they're going to look at it that way. It's a good question, I think, because of the fact that these guys are no longer going distances that guys once went, and it's so special. Specialized, you have 6th inning pitcher, 7th, 8th, 9th. Look at the fact that Nick Birdie's on this team. He's a Rule 5 guy.
Right.
So, they made room for him, but Yeah, I don't know. That seems logical, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, the roster size is 26 right now, and it'll probably expand. The union should probably try to negotiate as it goes forward. But yeah, eventually the way pitching is going, teams will be using 8 or 9 pitchers every night. There'll be a first inning pitcher, a second inning pitcher. We're not really that far from that in the way that Tampa Bay does it right now. And Tampa Bay, by the way, has the best ERA in baseball.
Well, they did. The Pirates had until tonight. They gave up a lot of runs tonight. Maryland and Mount Hall is next on the Sports Call. Go ahead, Maryland.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Steelers will go after inside, outside linebackers and safeties before they go to the offense for running backs and a tight end?
Yes, Gene, your take on that.
Yes, yeah, we've established that they need defensive players more than offensive players. But you know, they could get to a spot in the draft when it's their turn and there's somebody there who's an offensive player that they can't believe is there. That's happened, and they might take him.
Well, you know, mock drafts are mock drafts, and quite frankly, I don't read that stuff only because I read some of them as we get closer, but some of these things that start 2 months or 3 months ago, all they are is a bunch of revamped names that shuffle around, and you never know how it's going to work out. But Chris Collinsworth had a mock draft today, and he had the Steelers taking Antonio Brown's cousin, Marquise Brown. I don't think that's going to happen for a lot of reasons, mostly because he's related to Antonio Brown. Do you think? I mean, I don't know if he, first of all, I don't think they need a wide receiver in the first round.
I don't think so either. And no, I don't think Marquise Brown will be with the Steelers for obvious reasons.
All right. We're going to go out to Waylon in Washington, who joins us right now. Hey, Waylon.
Hey, Bob. Hi, Gene.
Hey, well,
Hey, Gene. Yeah, I look forward to the 27th. Hopefully I
Great.
get down to Carson Street, you know. But
It'll be worth it. You'll be helping a cause and watching some great comedy. Good night.
I would love that. However, check it out. Like, and no one wants to hear me, but I got a questionable argument with my buddy. Like, I think that Brown and Bell are going to flop in their face this year. And everyone's telling me they're going to do great. Any comments?
I know.
Sure.
First of all, yeah, Gene, I don't think they're going to. I think they're both going to have their issues. I do. I think Le'Veon Bell is in for a rude awakening, the way I look at the Jets' offensive line.
I do too. I mean, and nobody, I don't care how good you are, you can't miss that much time and come back and be the same player that you were, at least right away. And I don't mean in the first 2 weeks. I mean, maybe it might take him a year to get back to where he was. And Antonio Brown will not have Ben Roethlisberger. That's a very different situation. So I agree with our caller. I don't think they'll be as good as they were.
Let me ask you this, Gene. John Gruden and Mike Mayock did something I've never seen, dismissing their entire scouting staff, basically, right before the draft. Reportedly, he doesn't trust them. What does that mean? Have you ever seen that?
No, never seen anything like it. But obviously there's a new philosophy that's taken hold there, and it's not adhered to or believed in by the scouting staff, at least not to the extent that they can retain their jobs. It's really a strange story.
It really is. Should be interesting. A lot of trades. I see it again this year. I think quarterbacks, even though it's a down year for quarterbacks, I think you're going to see 4 taken in the first round just because.
People are desperate for them.
Yeah, they are. We're going to take a break, come back with more, and we'll talk about Kyler Murray versus Rosen in Arizona. What's going on out there? Will they really draft another quarterback with a high pick? We'll see. It's most likely to happen based on all the experts in mock drafts. We're going to take a break, come back with more. 412-575-2600. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.